New reporting on what we can expect as the impeachment trial of President Trump gets underway tomorrow. Each side, we've learned, will get 24 hours, 2 days each, to make their opening arguments. Then there will be 16 hours of questions from senators who took the oath to act as impartial jurors. After all of that, they will then debate whether to hear from witnesses. Tonight, President Trump's legal team revealing how they plan to defend the president. They say, quote, the president did absolutely nothing wrong. The House managers who will make the case against the president on the Senate floor today. One of the president's lawyers tonight saying the articles of impeachment do not indicate the president committed any crime. The House Democrats meeting at the Capitol in advance of making their case as early as tomorrow. And ABC's Mary Bruce leads us off from the Hill tonight.
President Trump greeted with cheers and loud boos today as he paid tribute to Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The president spending less than a minute at the memorial to the civil rights icon. Blocks away on Capitol Hill, Democrats are preparing to make their case against him. And tonight, the president's legal team is offering the first glimpse of their defense. In a 110-page brief, Trump's lawyers say the process has violated every precedent and every principle of fairness and are urging senators to swiftly reject the charges. One of the president's lawyers, Alan Dershowitz, laid out their central argument that charges against Trump don't rise to the level of high crimes and misdemeanors as the Constitution requires.
It has to be criminal behavior, criminal in nature. The articles of impeachment are two non-criminal actions, namely obstruction of Congress and abuse of power.
But most constitutional experts disagree, and Dershowitz himself said the complete opposite 21 years ago during the Clinton impeachment.
Certainly doesn't have to be a crime. If you have somebody who completely corrupts the office of president and who abuses trust and who poses great danger to our liberty, you don't need a technical crime.
For days, Dershowitz has been pressed on whether his client, the president, abused his power. Today, he still refused to give a straight answer.
Here, do you personally believe Donald Trump, right now, with the evidence that you've seen in front of you, as one of his attorneys, abused his power, yes or no?
I'm not going to answer that question yes or no. It's irrelevant.
Democrats argue the facts are indisputable and the evidence is overwhelming. In their own brief, they outline the case for additional witnesses, saying only if the Senate sees and hears all relevant evidence, only if it insists upon the whole truth, can it render impartial justice.
Make no mistake about it. We will force votes on witnesses and documents.
Even some Republicans, like Lisa Murkowski of Alaska, say they're open to hearing additional witnesses, like former National Security Advisor John Bolton.
I'm going to take my constitutional obligations very, very seriously.
So let's get right to Mary Bruce. She's live up on the Hill tonight. And Mary, we mentioned off the top there that we've learned tonight that each side will get 24 hours, 2 days each to make these opening statements, then Q&A from senators, and then this debate over whether to call witnesses. This is going to play out over several days, and we know that 4 Republican senators will be watched very closely here. Will they join Democrats in asking for witnesses? Lisa Murkowski, as you just mentioned there, of course, Susan Collins of Maine as well, Mitt Romney of Utah, Lamar Alexander of Tennessee. The big question, Mary, will they join Democrats who've been fighting for several days now for witnesses in this trial?
Well, David, these 4 key Republicans have suggested they want to hear from additional witnesses. Senator Mitt Romney has said he would like to hear from John Bolton. The question is whether after several days of opening statements and those 16 hours of questioning, do those Republicans still feel that way? Do they want to hear from additional witnesses at that point? And then will they side with Democrats? David?
Only the 3rd time in American history. Mary Bruce leading us off tonight. Mary, thank you. And you and I will be right here in Washington this time tomorrow. And, of course, we'll be joining George and our entire Powerhouse political team. Live coverage begins tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern right here on ABC.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.